What do we got here? It's a 2013 Town Country with an air conditioning line. Just where it comes out of the evac, right down in here. In the bottom down here it has a leak. Looks like a toughie. We'll see. All we gotta do is jack this up, get that tire off, and see what we got. What I have my pump, my vacuum pump. I got my gauges here. Got all the air conditioner and stuff. This ain't the first time I did air conditioning, but doing something this big, it'll just take a little time. Watch what I'm doing. So let's get under and I'll show you the leak, and I'll show you what we got, what we're up against anyhow. Alright, let's get things going here. Alright, let's take a look at this. You can tell I just put my brakes on too. But yeah, you can see it's leaking right at the bottom of that line. We'll get it. You can see I got to take the shock out. That's that line right there. I got to disconnect and drop that shock to get it up in there. Okay, here's what I figured out. The easiest way to do this. Loosen up the two top bolts, take the two bottom out. Then it'll slide right up in here instead of trying to take the shock completely out. Didn't make sense. The other thing that I can tell you is that the exhaust, I took the two bolts out of the exhaust to loosen it up, and it slid right out once I got it out. So, got to clean a little couple pieces out, and then we'll put them back up in there. So, but let's hope the evaporator in the back is still good. All right, let me go ahead and clean up a little bit and get ready to stick it in. Okay, my worst fears. I had to replace this evaporator coil is inside there. You have your fan motor, your flappers, and then obviously your vents that go up and down into the front. Disconnect, and about 100 of these little screws in here. I just took it out and put it on the workbench and did it. So I think the evaporator coil through Chrysler was $400. It's a lot of money. But let's put this trim together. And I think I'm lacking about, I'd have to say, about 3 ounces of oil for the air conditioner. I'll put that in, and after I button this up, and I should be done. Alright. Let the fun begin. Well, I'm going to tell you, it was a lot harder than I expected. But I'll give you some little tips on what I did. First thing you got to remember that the high side valve inlet is underneath the air cleaner. You got to take that off. You can pop this off as well because you can see all the way back there. I don't know if you can or can't, but that's the low side right there. We got all the trim back on. Let's flip this up. Surprisingly, that was much easier than I thought it would be, taking all that off. Now I got all the other trim back on. This whole side come out really well. Yeah, did a really good job. Worked out well. But replacing all those lines from right up in there, to all the way back behind the wheel. Just getting them up in there. You got to drop the muffler down, bunch of stuff. And here's the old one. So this is only half of it, so you can see. Kind of a pain, but saved quite a bit of money. Things worked out. Everybody have a great day.